His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country, so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
I see in the next few months a nicer country, a very nicer country, rowdy country, a heavily divided country, a very tough economy, a sense of elitism by those who are coming at the hem of authority. The coming in of the Unity Party is going to multiply the economic woes, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply. We are not prophets of doom, but the reality will come.
Mr. President, recently we witnessed the demolition of the CDC headquarters in Comot Town, which was carried out through a court order. How does the administration ensure that such enforcement action are done fairly and without political interference?
The law is the law. It's not the government. It's the government implementation of the law. The police were ordered to do it, and they did it. Is that demolition is removal of the people from premises that don't belong to them according to the law.
Why will George Weah, who is tempted by Joseph Boakai, who was drowning in his Egypt land, who was dead, very red up, dirty, stink, you could find him passing around, particularly dead and useless. Why will such a man conduct make you Weah vex that you will struck the work and then lose God's own mission to take you to the promised land? That was the test of time today for George Weah. If George Weah had reacted, he would have fallen in the place of Moses.
Mr. President, recently we witnessed the demolition of the CDC headquarters in Comot Town, which was carried out.
The Liberian National Police commenced the Congress for Democratic Change for the discipline, calm, and statesmanship demonstrated during the recent eviction process. Their respect for the rule of law, despite the deep sentimental value and history attached to the property, reflects a maturity that strengthens Liberia's democracy. This movement is not only a testament to CDC's leadership, but also a reminder to all political institutions and citizens that our democracy grows stronger when lawful decisions are honored peacefully.
Today, you have a rebel police director who thinks that he has arrived. And the worst thing about all these people, they all benefited from the magnanimity of George Weah. Ranging from people on the bench of the Supreme Court, they got letters from George Weah. If some of them choose to pay him back with evil, it's up to them. The very Gregory Comer today, he worked in the previous administration when Weah came. He also got another letter again. If he chooses to do what he's doing, it's up to him. But one thing I can tell you for sure is this is how we had always been molded. That's how God has already molded Weah and catapult him into success. He will suffer rejection, denigration, humiliation. That has been his life. How can you make somebody who has been down the line their shame? The person has gone through shame. They have gone through disgrace. They have done everything they can. Whatever people thought and were laughing at them, they surmount everything and catapult themselves into becoming someone who is towering that the whole world can look at today. What more can you do? You think you're bringing that person down? You're just hurting yourself. In fact, what you are doing, you are destroying yourself. You know what it takes for you to proud in yourself of being bad? When people are looking for good image, you are happy in becoming a bad person. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. A bad person, George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. He would never ever. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. He would never ever.
There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. But I can tell you, this is a bad example.
George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. He would never ever.
There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. But I can tell you, this is a bad example.
George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. He would never ever.
There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. But I can tell you, this is a bad example.
George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. He would never ever. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. He would never ever.
So last night, the moment we put the radio on, he put it because he got about the food. And so he started hearing, they start discussing about the way being also. They may try to leave the country. He break down. He said, the man made me die in the day. Then the people won't pull him also. I said, nobody will pull him also. Now, honestly, last night, they have to give him painter injection before la boy ladder. Since them when people had a child can eat, nothing. And the doctor said I should continue buying more food that the child will be eating so that he will able to use the restroom. I'm a single mother of 4. No one there to help me. I struggle with all of my children. I live and now he's to go to Joseph Walker office or begging for a job or any of them to beg them for scholarship. I struggle with all of my children. The government official can damage my son. I live and now he's to go to Joseph Walker office or begging for a job or any of them to beg them for scholarship. I struggle with all of my children. The government official can damage my son begging for a job or any of them to beg them for scholarship. I struggle with all of my children. His government official can damage my son. Why go honor my children? His government official can damage my son. Why go honor my children? His government official can damage my son. Why go honor my children? His government official can damage my son. Why go honor my children? His government official can damage my son. Why go honor my children? His government official can damage my son. Why go honor my children? His government official can damage my son. Why go honor my children? His government official can damage my son. Why honor my children? His government official can damage my son. Why honor my children? His government official can damage my son. Then now the government are not saying anything. The man is not in bitch. Which type of government we have in this country? That the rescue, he said he came to rescue us.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or certain condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Without acknowledging God, the creator and sustainer of the universe, the God who has instructed us irrespective of the condition, the time, and the season, that we must acknowledge him because he is the God who hovers, the God who protects, the God who leads, the God who does just everything because he's God and he's in his almighty self. We are grateful that he is hovering us presently and will continue to hover us because he is the good God. Another day. Again, thanks that you have come on. We appreciate you. We've always inspired by your presence. You are so good, so massive, so extraordinary. Yet, we've got a couple of things to look at. This society will get better no matter what. Not a unity party state, not the family dynasty of President Joseph Yema Boakai,
This is the Republic of Liberia. No matter the intimidatory tactics, we are far ahead of that. They cannot in any way stifle free speech. They do not know how to go about with their plans because they are just shut off good reasoning. So we are flowing. Yes, we are flowing. This society will get better. And President Bouakai said, "Think Liberia, love Liberia, build Liberia." And then the next thing he said, one of his usual cliches, "We'll build this country the same way. We'll keep the government feet to the fire, no matter what." This is not a family affair. This is not Unity Party family affairs. This is not the Bouakai dynasty. This is the Republic of Liberia, and he is the head. Hence, he is not free, neither the people who work with him, of criticism. The same way we as media people aren't free from criticisms, but we are all stakeholders. So it's another day again. Thank you all for coming on. I appreciate all of you. Let's get our announcement file as quickly as we can. Then we get on to what we've got. You're already aware the King Support Basket. Please allow us to keep sounding as a broken record. Not bad at all. Your support is needed. You are complimenting us. We appreciate it. And we are also complimenting your presence, your just everything by fetching the information, taking the risks, putting our character on the line, evading the death threats and every other thing for your info. So we are partners in progress, and truly we are progressing. We need you. You've done so much and continue to do so much. The numbers are on the screen. Those out of Liberia, 0555885 885, 0555885 885. The SendWave number in Liberia, we call the local mobile money number 0777 017 885, 0777 017 885. Also, our partners, Radio Entertainment Liberia, is giving out some money through us, 5,000 today. You want to keep playing, always play, never stop playing. What that means is you play, anybody can announce you as winner. Anybody can come in and announce you as winner. Just when I am leaving at 5:30, you play. Once they notify, St. Andrews don't have to be the one to announce. Another person will come in and announce you anytime in between, just all day, whole day, every day, throughout. Anybody just walk in and call. John Josiah, you play the King's Cash giveaway. Yes, XYZ. You give all of your information and say, okay, please check your account. You got 5,000 Liberian dollars in it. That's how it works. Simple as that. So you can play anytime, any day, any hour. While you're sleeping, somebody can come before the station closes and say, hey, you got 5,000 in your account. That's how it works. So keep playing. It's 5,000 today, and you're depositing 50 Liberian dollars. Only 50 Liberian dollars or 70 cents US. And then there is the code for withdrawal, *799 *24#. Once you can put in the code, you withdraw because you will have already deposited. That deposit is 50 Liberian dollars only, 2 tiny of an amount that you wouldn't put there, $50 or 50 cents US. And then you put in the withdrawal code *799 *24#. Simple. Let's bring on some of you who have come on, falling from around the world. Thank you again for coming on. Melvin Smith, Mamata Son, Buchanan Highway, Emmanuel Gue, Japan Free Will, that's Flame Community, Japan Free Way, Kobe Widow, Magibi County, Alexander Dolly, USA, Samuel Light Cooper, Corwell, Navarez M. Good to see you on. It's good. Hope that you are faring well. And I guess you're faring more than well because you secured a victory last night. At least your guy Vinicius did well. Had he not scored that goal, it would have ended in a draw. But then that goal resulted into a melee or misunderstanding that lasted for almost 7 minutes. BBC is here with me. They have something to say to that. I think Vinicius needs to keep his cool. Yeah, but we'll talk about that. BBC has something to say about what came out. And I am told, I just saw that on FIFA website before coming on the air, that they've announced that they are opening investigation into what unfolded yesterday in Lisbon, Portugal, on Benfica versus Real Madrid. So it's good to see you, Navarez M. Hope that you are faring well. Male Sikwa, Broville City, Augustine T. Musa, Chie Gotsin, Broville City, Emmanuel Bro, Minnesota, USA, Michael Lyon. Is it Lion or Leon? But it's, yeah, that's how Lion is spelled. Gardnersville, Japan Free Will. Philip Kura, Dubai, UAE. Philip, Emilia S. Delaney, Broville City. Musa A. Sharif, Gardnersville, New Georgia. George Johnson, Douala Market, Douala. Clady Allison, Delaware, USA. Wookie Davids, George Watkins, Saturday Woodaware, Atlanta, Georgia, USA. Sophie Blamo, Jeremiah Labla, Gaza Community, So Clinic, Tobasi, Catherine, Yeko, Clara Town, Fifth Kelvin Bappin, Nima United, Heron T. To Jr., Corwell, Stanley Boso, Congress City, Salia Cannon, Brovich City, Bappin Paul Lee, Johnsonville, Andrew T. Nangbe, Thumbs Up Community, Corwell, Fatu Sharif, Kakata, Magibi County, Emmanuel Pay, Texas, USA, David Toy, Bombing Highway, Vinicius Bar, Nuku Town, Claude de Port, A Valley Cora, Banjo, The Gambia, Malu Fofana, 20th Street Sinker, Philip Tukba, Dallas Taxades, and the names just running down like river, like water running down the river. Amavanin, Lofa County, Jukontichie, your business center, Patricia Zia, your office, Pastor Melvin, Destiny Harvest Power, Minnesota, USA, Jukonti, that's Jumuchie, Usman Salt, Gillett Street, Business Center. Yeah. Rita Christine Haight, Massachusetts, USA. And my dear sister, Orita Sonny Choir, hope that you are faring well. Good. Thanks for coming on. And all of you great people, the chairman has just arrived. The chairman for life, Roman Rico, Kenneth Ball, Latupan, chairman, Block Titan, District Titan, Intellectual Center, the Melting Pot chairman, Reference Point chairman, the Common Citizen chairman. Good to have all of you on, great people. Let's get out of Liberia briefly, and then we can focus on what is unfolding in Liberia. A new deportation flight from the United States has arrived in Cameroon, weeks after 9 other migrants were sent there. The first group included 5 women and 4 men from the countries such as Zimbabwe, Morocco, and Ghana. Their lawyers say the deportations violate U.S. court orders that had granted them protection and note that they had no serious criminal records. Cameroon is among several African countries, including South Sudan, Rwanda, Ghana, Uganda, Eswatini, and Equatorial Guinea, that have accepted third country deportees on the confidential arrangements. Russia ambassador to Ghana, Sergei Berninkov, has promised to support Ghanaian authorities in identifying, tracking, and arresting the person accused of sharing sexually explicit videos of Ghanaian women online without their consent. The pledge was made during a meeting between Berninkov and officials from Ghana's foreign ministry. Although the suspect has been widely described as a Russian national, the ambassador said Russian authorities have not been able to confirm it. Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has asked Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan for support in Ethiopia's long-standing push for reliable access to the Red Sea. Landlocked since Eritrea's independence in 1993, Ethiopia has sought stable access to the Red Sea ports to secure trade routes and reduce its dependence on neighboring countries. The issue was discussed during Erdogan's recent one-day official visit to Addis Ababa. A group of third country national, and you heard in the first story, deported from the United States to Cameroon, arrived in the country on Monday. The deportations have raised questions about the arrangements between the United States and Cameroon. The United States Department of Homeland Security has acknowledged deportation flights have not clarified how many people were sent to Cameroon or under what arrangement. Several journalists covering the deportation, including a lawyer, were reportedly detained on Monday. He is Joseph Awafo, and he told the BBC he was one of those who was detained and the condition under which they were detained.
Yes, I was actually detained between say 4 p.m. and 7 and 8 p.m. when I was released. Yes.
This alongside several journalists, including Randy Jossar, who works for the BBC from time to time?
Correct.
On what grounds?
On the mere grounds that they were on the location, the site where these deportees are being held.
So that suggests this is a pretty sensitive issue for the Cameroonian authorities. What do we know? What do you know about the deportees?
I know that they have protective statuses in the United States and that most of them have been granted withholding of removal. Well, that means that they have met a higher standard of proof, or a higher burden of proof that they are more likely than not to be persecuted from the countries from where they come from, right? And so under the 1951 UN Refugee Conventions and its protocols, they should be grandfathered everywhere they go as refugees because they must have shown a credible fear and even gone beyond in courts in the United States to show that they would be persecuted on one of the 5 grounds. That's nationality, race, religion, membership in a particular social group and political opinion. And these people had met those burdens and were granted those statuses. And just the mere fact that they were being, or that they're being sent to a third country and not to their country of origin, presupposes that the United States recognizes not only its obligations by the convention, but that these people will be persecuted and that they were a great risk of being harmed if they were returned to their own countries.
Which countries are we talking about here?
We are talking variously about Ghana, we're talking about Senegal, we're talking about Angola, we're talking about Ethiopia, we're talking about Sierra Leone, we're talking about Democratic Republic of Congo.
Okay. And is it clear to you on what terms, under what agreement, Cameroon is accepting these people?
Not at all, not at all. In fact, I have written to the International Office for Migration here in Cameroon, asking those specific questions, asking to know, the contractual basis under which Cameroon or under which the United States and Cameroon have this arrangement and how the IOM comes in as an intermediary. These kind of contracts between nations is a sovereign right? That's above my pay grade to gauge that. But at least for public knowledge, for clarity, these are arrangements that are supposed to be in the public so that people should know what is going on. And even if they're treaty arrangements, then these treaties should be ratified by at least the Parliament of Cameroon.
And in terms of your clients, these people who have been deported from the US to Cameroon, what are you asking for on their behalf?
We're asking, one, that the international community, especially the United Nations, that's represented by the Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, and then the International Organization for Migration, at least recognize that these people are refugees and be granted the rights that are attendant to refugees as granted by the 1951 conventions and its protocols and other regional legal instruments that protect refugees. And secondly, that because Cameroon has accepted these people as third country deportees, that Cameroon recognizes its obligations by international law to respect and protect these people as refugees. That's all we are asking for.
Cameroon lawyer Joseph Awafo, in an interview with the BBC on what led to his arrest, along with several journalists and those deported from the United States, the condition and what they are opting for or pursuing. Well, I want to reserve this for the close, but I got other things I would not have the time, given the sensitivity of it, the serious nature of it, though it is sports, but the content. Everybody have been talking about racism. Some people are afraid to go to certain countries because their skin, because of their skin color, they might be ill-treated. And you know, than I do, several persons, including Liberia or Liberians, have the fair share of ill treatment based on their skin color. It's in politics, sports, just every facet of global culture, except for few places, but it is a menace that the world has not been able to find a cure for, to deal with. It is in almost every area. So everyone, let me not say everyone, but those who followed the game last night, it was one of the reasons why the game came to a stop for almost 10 or even more than 10 minutes. This Real Madrid player in Vinicius Jr. had argued that he was racially abused, meaning because he is black. And the colleague on the other side, the Benfica player, Prestiani, referred to him as a monkey. So everything came to a standstill. But the way it happened and how fast, till now, nobody can actually say whether Vinicius did tell the truth or he was just trying to play the usual theatric that he demonstrates on the page. So the guy to Prestiani said, "No, I didn't say anything to the man." And he instead caused the provocation. So given the nature, given the seriousness of it, FIFA has now opened an investigation that the two players, according to what FIFA placed on its official website, the two players will have to give their version of what happened. The coach himself, Jose Mourinho, who was showing a red card, will give his own position apart from the official report from the referee. Then they will take all of those reports or all of those versions, analyze them, look at the video footages, and then reach a conclusion. That's what they announced. Have a listen. The BBC sports correspondent Isaac Fanning gave us a little understanding of what transpired in the future.
Yeah, massive controversy in the Champions League knockout match, first leg between Benfica and Real Madrid. The deadlock was broken on the 50th minute by a brilliant goal from Real forward Vinicius Jr. He celebrated by the corner flag, dancing at the Stadium of Light in Lisbon. However, after that, there was an altercation with the Brazilian reporting that he'd been allegedly racially abused by Benfica's Gianluca Prestiani. The game was delayed for 10 minutes as Vinicius and his Real Madrid teammates walked off the field. Television images appeared to show Prestiani covering his mouth with his shirt and saying something to Vinicius, who immediately runs to the referee. Now, throughout his career, Vinicius Jr. has been the victim of racist abuse. 5 people were handed suspended prison sentences for abusing him in a match last season. And in a statement on social media, the Brazilian said, "Racists are above all cowards. They need to put their shirts in their mouths to show how weak they are. They have the protection of others who theoretically have an obligation to punish them. Nothing that happened today is new in my life or in my team's life." Let's hear it from Real Madrid boss Alvaro Arbeloa.
You have to ask the Benfica player what he said to Vinicius. I think everyone here, everyone in the world of football deserves to have that question answered by Benfica player Gianluca Prestiani. That's all I can say. Obviously, I think it's clear that intolerance for racism for us has to be absolute, and we can't allow things like that to happen on a football field in 2026.
Now, as you can imagine, it has sparked a lot of he said after the game. Vinicius' teammate Kylian Mbappe gave his account of what happened, saying Prestiani covered his shirt over his mouth and called Vinicius a monkey 5 times, something denied by Prestiani. And Benfica have released a video of the alleged incident on social media, disputing that, saying that given the distance, the Real Madrid players could not have heard what they claimed to have heard. As I mentioned earlier, Vinicius celebrated his goal by dancing at the corner flag. He was actually booked for those celebrations, something he said he couldn't understand in the statement that he gave after the game. Let's hear from Benfica's manager, who, of course, also managed at Real Madrid, Jose Mourinho.
Alvaro opted for a different perspective. Kylian did the same. I don't want to go there. I only want to say that this happens in so many stadiums. It's always the same thing. Something here is wrong. I told Vinicius on the pitch, "You've scored an extraordinary goal. Why do you celebrate it this way? Why doesn't he celebrate the way Di Stefano, Pele, Eusebio did? Celebrate a goal with the joy that you were an extraordinary player. It's always the same. I don't get it."
Mourinho has been criticised for those comments, with former Real Madrid midfielder Clarence Seedorf saying it was a big mistake to justify today to justify racial abuse. Prestiani, though, has refuted the allegations, saying, "At no point did I direct racist insults at the player Vinicius Jr., who unfortunately misinterpreted what he thought he heard. I have never been racist, and I regret the threats I received from Real Madrid players." There's so much on this story.
Thank you very much, Isaac Fanning of the BBC. Put your sentiment, drop your sentiment. Racism is as deadly as any weapon of the war. Racism is like exterminating a person or a whole race or generation or race from the earth. Some way, somehow, you have experienced it. And when you don't want to. It is deadly. It is just inhumane. Looking down on one's skin as being undesirable, while preferring your skin to be the best. The world has never found a solution yet to this. They've put in several mechanisms. They have had several discussions. They've experimented. They've given warnings what should be done if somebody is suspected of being racially abused. But all of those things, all of those they consider as stringent deterrent, have not really helped. And I think it is because human behavior is one that you find so hard to control as you would think it ought to be controlled. Assume you have 80,000 persons in the stadium, and somebody from somewhere said something in a tone that you find it difficult to just pick up that sound, or to get the cooperation of the fans close to that person to identify. It will be hard because they are of the same kind. They will protect each other. So FIFA, CAF, those international and regional bodies have tried, but it's just impossible to get rid of racism, racial abuse, looking down on certain skin color. It's from the day God created the world. This thing is not just today. From the very first day God created the world, racism came into being. If you are a Christian, read the introduction of Genesis. You'll see that. And then you'll see it going on all the way. What we have today is, it takes on different form, but it's the same thing. Even in our country, you see it. People, white employers look down on black employees. You see how they treat the black employees. We have had complaints or heard complaints from Liberians. We've seen video footages on social media, of white skin ill-treating black skin. And you hear the people calling on the authorities here to take stringent actions to discourage that still. So it is a menace that the world will grapple with. Maybe it is in the next war that the world will find a solution to racism, but it is bad. Yeah. On the other side of it, that's it. So let's turn on to what unfolded in our country. We turn to the former president. We must highlight the former president's message, which is very key. He has always done it. That is his nature. He's noted for it. He's naturally understanding of all faiths. I am talking about former president, the global icon, and the standard bearer of the Congress for Democratic Change, George Weah. A special Ramadan message to Muslims as they've embarked on 1 month of fasting and praying. Today, Wednesday, February 18, this is the message from the former president, George Weah. As our Muslim brothers and sisters in Liberia and the world over begin the holy month of Ramadan, a time when believers of the Islamic faith are required to fast from dawn to sunset, I extend my warmest and best Ramadan wishes to all my compatriots embarking on this solemn religious journey. Fasting, one of the fundamental pillars of Islam, demands sacrifice and commitment. I encourage you to remain steadfast in your faith and continue to be productive members of the Liberian society. Our diversity must increasingly become a source of strength, binding us together as one people of different backgrounds and walks of life. May this Ramadan be a time to pray for unity, peace, and continue coexistence amongst all Liberians, irrespective of ethnic, political, or religious persuasions. Fasting is a profound act of devotion and an opportunity to deepen one's connection with the Almighty. I join you in supplication, asking the Almighty Allah to accept your personal prayers and requests. Ramadan Mubarak, His Excellency George Manning Weah Sr., former President of the Republic of Liberia. That will take us to the Justice Ministry. The Ministry of Justice, our next pointer.
So last night, the moment we put the radio on, he put it because he got about the food. And so he started hearing, they start discussing about the men being also, the men trying to leave the country. He break down. He said, oh, the men maybe are dying a day. Then the people won't pull him also. I said, nobody will pull him also. Now, but still last night, they have to give him painter injection before that boy lie down. This morning, he just laying down briefing. The people say, but what happened? He holding on his chest. He say his heart burning him, his chest burning him. All Liberian people. Since my soul was fated mass parler, high profile government official, the government, they are not making any progress. They don't even care. They don't want to know. They don't want to know. Imagine I've been lying down in a hospital, money man child. People have been calling me and telling me, say, Sata, you gotta wake up. You are well at the man also. I say, what the proof? I say, what the man did? Nobody will pull me also. The man, I say, the man also. You know, the man are be me. The man also. I say, okay. Nothing in the dark forever. I say, in also, one day, God will expose him. Somebody will see him. Or he will go to your house. The thing I'm telling you, I'm breaking down, I'm dying slowly inside. Because Joseph Boca is not telling me, he can't tell me that he is not aware of what that is going on. Because Peter Bonjala is one of his Squad Unity Party members. And secondly, he's one of his high-profile government officials. So what happened to the Liberian people? What happened to our justice system? Joseph Boca has not come out to say anything. I even call on the first day, Her Excellency Malakantumu Boca. I didn't hear her saying anything towards my son. My Liberian people, I want you to join me and stand by me for justice. More especially the women. Because since my son was victim mass, China ministry is not doing anything towards me in support or anything. They don't even know how I can buy my son medication to give it to him. Being in the hospital, it's not me because the child laying out there are free. The treatment and thing. They can push back the medicine on paper. I go buy it. God come first. Says Fina Camara can second in a child life. She the one have been so supportive to him, buying all her medication. Even at the time he was wearing papers, she was the one buying everything, down to the clothes, buying it. She doing everything for the child. Another lady reached out to me, they call her Sis Lauren. She be on spoon. She bought things there and carry for the child. My auntie reached out to me, a vicious skinny. These are the people. But when I say government has ever helped me, nothing. They are not making any progress. The only thing I know that Jenna did when they brought out 2 small paper pack at the time he was really leaking, 2 ORT cup, 1 small needle milk cup with the sugar, the sugar bars, like small sugar. Since then, my Liberian people had a child can eat. Nothing. And the doctor said I should continue buying more food that the child will be eating so that he will be able to use the restroom. I'm a single mother of 4. No one there to help me. I struggle with all of my children. And now he's going to Joseph Boga office or begging for a job or any of them to beg them for scholarship. I struggle with all of my children. The government official can damage my son. Then now the government are not saying anything. The man is not in Swedish. Which type of government we have in this country? That the rescue, he said he came to rescue us.
It went far and wide yesterday, the report that Peter Bone Jala, the stalwart of Unity Party, NSA agent, who, along with 3 others, allegedly sodomized Sata's son, that his condition, survivor, is up to God. And even if he survives, he's going to be just a deformed person. That's how he's going to be. It takes the intervention, or it would take the intervention of God to get him back to normal. From a human perspective, he's done. You would think I am exaggerating. If you are opportune to see this boy, you give up. The only name that will come to your mind is God. Only God can help this boy. Those guys, they killed the boy before he can die. Unity Party Peter Bone Jala and his colleagues, they killed that boy before he can die. The expression killing before death, it means the condition that you're in. Only God can perform a miracle for you to survive. the boy is done. You don't want to see him. So when the report came out, went far and wide, that Peter Bone Jala was released, and plans were underway to have him flown out of Liberia for treatment. In the evening, the Ministry of Justice came out to deny it, that it is not true. Hear what they say. February 17, 2026, the Ministry of Justice has taken note of circulating reports alleging that Mr. Peter Bonner, B-O-N-O-R, Peter Bonner Jala Jr., who is accused of aggravated involuntary sodomy of a minor, has been released from lawful detention or custody. The ministry categorically states that these reports are false and misleading. Under Liberian law, aggravated involuntary sodomy of a minor constitutes a statutory rape offense and is classified as a non-billable offense until final adjudication by a court of competent jurisdiction. The law is clear and leaves no room for administrative discretion in such matters. Furthermore, any release of a defendant lawfully in custody will require a formal order issued by a court of competent jurisdiction. As of the date of this release, the Ministry of Justice has not received any court order authorizing the release of Mr. Jala. Mr. Jala remains in lawful detention at the Monrovia Central Prison, pending the final determination of his case by the court. The ministry emphasizes that it operates strictly within the bounds of the law and will not compromise on matters involving the protection of minors or the prosecution of serious sexual offenses. In the interest of transparency and public confidence, the ministry is prepared to facilitate verification for any concerned authority, stakeholder, or accredited media representative who wishes to confirm that the accused remains in custody. The government of Liberia, through the Ministry of Justice, remains committed to upholding the rule of law, ensuring the process, and protecting vulnerable members of society. The public is urged to refrain from spreading unverified information that may undermine ongoing judicial proceedings or erode public trust in the justice system. Let's stay within the tear of the last three paragraphs. In the interest of transparency and public confidence, the ministry is prepared to facilitate, meaning the Justice Ministry say, you say we release the man. The man is out of the country. So we won't give your, or to clear your doubt, any authority, media institution, accredited individual journalists, civil society people, whoever, with everything, you get all your legal thing there to identify you truly as a media institution, as a journalist, as civil society, any other, they will allow you to go in the prison to see Peter Bonjala. So you can also and tell the people that Peter Bonjala is staying in jail. He ain't run away or nobody took him. That's what the Justice Ministry said by that line to verify. So here is it. It cannot be on a media institution request or individual journalist. Why? It is true that falls within ethical standard. Equally, you want to do just as you did with Gloria Musu-Scott. You allow Gloria Musu-Scott to have a news conference in the prison. So give Peter Bonjala the right. Let him speak from prison. You set the stage. The journalists will go there. Unity Party government, Unity Party officials they set the stage and they called the journalists in. And Gloria Musu-Scott started to talk as if she was the president of Liberia, blasting. The same way you set the stage, you carry the journalists inside as you carry the journalists with Gloria Musu-Scott on. Let Peter Bonjala say, Yami, I stay in jail. I don't go outside. Nobody came to me to say they carry me. The same way you do it. Don't make requests that journalists should go to you, media institutions should go. Why that is true, under the law, by ethical standard, to verify. But you want to be the first to give the public the benefit of the doubt. By showcasing Peter Bonjala, the burden is on you to bring Peter Bonjala or to showcase Peter Bonjala. He's in your custody. He's not in the custody of civil society of the media. He's in your custody. The information is being spread by the public. So to dismiss that from the public or by the public, then you want to, you say Peter Bono Jala ran away, mayor. Then the boss say, oh yeah, that's true. What we have was a doubt. We have misinformation. We spread misinformation. Going forward, we are convinced that the man in jail will not spread misinformation again. The Justice Ministry, in collaboration with the police and the court, made us to know that truly this man is staying in Liberia. That will bring relief to the man's mother, Sata. And you heard the mother said, the boy heard it on the radio. It was being discussed that Peter Bonjala was being taken out of the country, and that broke him down psychologically. So a relief can come to the boy if he starts to hear the same way that Peter Bonjala has not been taken out of the country. He's in the country. The Ministry of Justice made the public to know, the country to know that Peter Bonjala is still here. We saw him. It will be reported the same way. I think the boy, given what she said, it looks like they have a radio, because she said the boy was listening to the radio and he heard that Peter Bonjala was being taken out of the country. So it broke him down. The man who damaged me like this, the man is being protected. He's going, you know what it does? That breaks anybody down. It's to say, come on, we have no time for you. You can lay down over there and die. So the burden is on the government. Showcase, just as you were energized, just as you were ethical, you use all of the legal framework, whether you breach ill or you went in line with ill, to allow Gloria Musu-Scott to have a news conference blasting in the prison, Monrovia Central Prison. They want we say Peter Bonjala Motor. Just bring the man outside. We are seeing it a normal thing around the world. Bring the man, let the people see you say Peter Bonjala ran away. You're the man, You're the man. They want to think nobody taking picture of him, no recording whatsoever. Because the investigation is ongoing. It's a court matter now, so you can't do any one of those things. But when the people lay eyes on the man, the same people will come back and speak orally that Peter Bonjala is still in custody. Simple as that. Anything short of that, Justice Ministry, the people will stay spread. They will stay run with it that Peter Bonjala has been taken out of the country. The only thing that can convince the public and give a little relief to the mother, Sata, and the boy himself, the victim, is when it is being reported the same way by the public that they've seen Peter Bonjala in prison. Peter Bonjala is still in jail. There is nothing wrong with you, Justice Ministry, allowing the people to see Peter Bonjala. You can set the stage, just as you set the stage with Gloria Musu-Scott. Set the stage and let the people just see. You can cause a selected media institutions, individual journalists, civil society people, lawyer. It doesn't have to be a large number. No, just few. Simple. That's transparency, because you inserted in your right out for transparency. So that is part of transparency. You inserted in your statement your transparency. You said, in the interest of transparency, in the interest of transparency and public confidence, in the interest of transparency. So it is transparent for the people to know. Just allow them to see. You can say, oh, media institution, B, media institution, C, media institution, T, civil society, 9, civil society, 8. You just say, you can see, oh, you're the mayor. Come on, the white people can do it. That's normal thing. Eh? The men are running away. They're going to open fight in that place like a mercenary group to take the man out. They see the man, they convince, they walk out and get into their respective newsroom and on their respective shows and announce that Peter Bonjala is still in jail. Let the public be the one to say, but the public cannot facilitate. You have to facilitate. They don't have to go to you to make requests to see Peter Bonjala. Verification also has a shift. In this context, you set the stage so the people can see. It is not the people making requests. There is this doubt. Almost everywhere, people are discussing that Peter Bonjala gone. Unity Party put the man outside because it borders on the integrity and reputation of the government. It borders on the reputation and integrity of the police, the Ministry of Justice. Hence, you want to erase the doubt, or you want to give the public the benefit of the doubt with the suspicion that they have by setting the stage for a selected media institution, civil society people to go and see the man. And they will report it. You will not report. They will be reporting it. You will not have to be writing press release as clarification. What good is the press release? Well, how impactful and convincing the press release going to be when the people have not seen? It is possible that Peter Bonjala can be flown out of the country and you'll be releasing press release because they have no access. It is only when people can see Peter Bonjala that they will be convinced. But you can release Ministry of Justice, you can release 9 million press statements. It will mean nothing. Once it registers in the people's mind that Peter Bonjala has been taken out of the country by Unity Party government, they will live with it. They will spread it. And that's how people will just live with it. Simple. So the burden shifts to you. We're seeing the thing in other countries. Then you put for public confidence. What the confidence there? Okay, the confidence, let's use the confidence as trust. Meaning, we trust you that Peter Bonjala is still in jail. No doubt, no reason to doubt you. So you want to add substance to that confidence by allowing the people to see. Simple. Allow the people to see. Then they will be running with the story. Just as the woman at the well, She ran with the story telling everybody. They say, oh, what did she say? She said, come and see. So the people will say, oh yeah, we saw Peter Bono Jala. The man stay in jail. The information that people run away is not true. Peter Bono Jala stay in jail. The mother herself, Sata, will have that relief. Though she's down psychologically, but at least it will give her some kind of relief and confidence that, yeah, this man is stay. So she would not be saying statement like this. She would not be using remarks like this.
Muted the allegation.
No, Fanny, I beg you, please. We'll come later. She would not be using statement like this.
Ogolo Joseph Boga office of begging for a job or anywhere there to beg them for scholarship. I struggle on my children. The government official can damage my son. Then now the government are not saying any office of begging for a job or anywhere there to beg them for scholarship. An office of begging for a job or anywhere there to beg them for scholarship. I struggle on my children. The government official can go on my children. The government official can damage my son. Then now the government are not saying any official can damage my son. Then now the government are not saying anything that can damage my son. Then now the government are not saying anything. The man is not in so bitch can damage my son. Then now the government are not saying anything. The man is not in so bitch can damage my son. Then now the government are not saying anything. The man is not in so bitch can damage my son. Then now the government are not saying anything. The man is not in so bitch can damage my son. Then now the government are not saying anything. The man is not in so bitch. Which type of government we have in this country that the rescue is saying he came to rescue us?
She wouldn't be saying what you just listened to if she is assured that Peter Bonjala is still in jail. The confidence that you use in the statement, Ministry of Justice, that is there, the part of it, then she will not be, as far as she's concerned, what she heard, she believe it. So you want to be transparent with alleviating the doubt by allowing people to see this man. This man is seeable. The only thing, according to the Ministry of Justice statement, say giving is something is non-billable. But it doesn't say he cannot be seen. You want to do that, Ministry of Justice, since you inserted in your statement transparency and confidence. So the people doubt your confidence. Prove to them that your confidence is substantial. Allow the people to see the man, not the whole country. Don't say authority, verification, authority this, authority that. No, chief. There are certain things you don't say that you people put it in the report. Yeah? Given the sensitivity of this thing or the anger that is associated with it, do you know that vast majority of the people are angry given what has happened? And do you know that it puts certain people in harm's way? Oh, come on, you ain't understanding this thing yet. You think because this woman is not a big government official or a government official person, a relative whatsoever. The anger is in the public is this. When they hear anything happening to a government official person, a government official wife, a government official son, a government official relative, they will be more than happy. That if that woman they consider ordinary, they sodomize the ball, a good that happened to that government official. That's the angle I'm talking about, and that's what you see in the people. The people, they are vexed. They are angry. They are bitter. Vast majority of the people, they just want terrible things to happen to United Party government officials, their wife, their child, their children. So they will feel it the same way. Because the people feel that they're showing no concern whatsoever. That statement, y'all got to look at it. All right. That will take us to the last pointer. Then we turn to you people. Cecilia Clark steps down as LNP spokesperson. She had been, before her standing down or before she gave up on the position or left the police, she complained against undermining, misrepresentation, and stereotyping. That her silence, in her words, was not stupidity. Her silence, that's what she said. Her silence was not stupidity, meaning all kinds of things were happening. But she kept quiet. She wept over most of those things whenever she was at home and even at the workplace. But given her maturity, given her mental balance, she kept quiet, but she was enduring pains while there as police spokesperson. She was sent to the protocol session of the Liberia National Police. She saw it as a demotion and refused to accept on grounds that as police spokeswoman, she was marginalized, undermined, isolated. Going to the protocol session would have been even worse. She, in one of her readouts, accused the man whom has now been appointed to that position, Sam Collins, of undermining her. She indirectly accused Sam Collins of undermining her. Just so you know, Sam Collins served in that position before. He took over. There was Josh Badu and then Sam Collins. Fast forward, CDC government came to power. He managed his way. He got the Assistant Minister for Public Affairs position at the Ministry of National Defense in the Weir government. Fast forward, Weir government ended, and then he found his way back into the police, but not as police spokesperson. I'm trying to put this in a context. I don't know the details, but trying to share with you the positions. So Sam Collins goes back to the police, not as police spokesperson, but as head of international policing. Gregory Coleman gave him that position, international policing, that he manages everything that has to do with international policing, from Liberia's perspective, from the other countries, police officers coming to Liberia, be it for XYZ meeting, training, whatever. Sam, in charge of that, he will manage. And that was a lucrative position by any standard of a good position. Cecilia is sent, or she was sent to the protocol department. The protocol department is not a bad department, not really an elementary department. It is one of the busiest departments. It's one of the bedrocks of that institution. It depends on the institution. Every ministry, they have protocol people. Some protocol people, when you see them in a protocol session, you think that the international something they support when you see the setup alone, because they do a lot more. It is a whole war by itself. The protocol session, it's not small something. They go for extra training, because it's not just being protocol. You hear the word protocol, but it's deeper than that. It has too many strings attached to it. It exposes you to the world. It brings you in touch with diplomats, with different kinds of people. The atmosphere is just different, a lot more, and it is a hectic work. So just so you know a little, it's not an ordinary place. But I do not know the in total. There are certain things that happen you're not here in the public. The people will keep it to themselves. So Cecilia looks at it and say, no, I'm not going there. I don't think that she saw that place as demoralizing for her or demotion. She knows she is highly educated. She is a lawyer. Cecilia is a lawyer. She's highly educated. So I don't think it is about the position. She understands. She knows. She's exposed to that department. She knows exactly what it is. But I want to believe she took the decision. I'm assuming. Don't take mine as absolute. I'm only assuming that this man whom she had accused of undermining her, that man is in that same department. I can go there. It will be even worse. Not that the department is an elementary or a base office. No, it's not a basement office. But the character, remember now, let me remind you again. When Sam Collins was taken to Sierra Leone by the police IG Gregory Coleman, not about what happened, just around that time, Cecilia released a statement on her Facebook page. She said something. What I'm about to share with you is not a recent something from the past. It was just around there when Gregory Coleman went to Sierra Leone for that meeting and Sam Collins was taken. Hear what she said. The LMP has one spokesperson. The LMP has one spokesperson, and that mandate is my office to uphold. Stop the undermining. Stop the undermining, misrepresentation, and stereotyping that you are noted for. My silence is not stupidity. An apparent reference to Sam Collins. So before we get to Sam Collins, get to what came out, here is it. I'm hearing that Sam Collins has been appointed to that position. Sam Collins and Gregory Coleman relationship dates back, way back. I do not know, but one can conclude from their interaction. Gregory Coleman is appointed police director by President Boakai. Sam Collins is out of job. CDC government is off. Gregory Coleman calls him to the police. Fast forward, everywhere, almost everywhere Gregory Coleman goes, he carries Sam Collins. Sam Collins does almost all of the media stuff because he is a media person. So there is a bond between Gregory Coleman, police RJ, and Sam Collins. And please note this. You can take that from any human being or any that is normal, and there is nothing wrong with that. There are people you're just comfortable with. There are people you just not that you just like the way they flow with certain things, or they understand you. It's normal. It's normal. So this one, I can't tell you that it's wrong. Why Gregory Komonge used to saying no, it's normal in every place. Every place. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's falls within the purview of the person. So in this situation now, I am hearing that Sam Collins has been appointed to that position. Fine. That's what the police chief wants. He's the head of the police. He can decide who goes where for what. The news came up, resignation. So we started to think. I said, when it came up first this morning, early morning, I'm sitting and thinking, running through everything, but how is it possible? This woman was appointed or was transferred from the police spokesman or spokesperson portfolio to the protocol session. Then why are people, media institutions, are using the word resign? When you are transferred, you have not resigned. When you are transferred, it means you are taken from that position to another, which falls within the purview of the boss. The boss here, AB, can say, Sam, from this day, you will be assigned at XYZ. And this person will come to this place. That falls within the purview, within the authority of the boss. So that is transfer. The word resign cannot be used in that context. What I thought, or I had thought, that they would have used the word reject. My second thought was, given the confusion in the public, resign, and no word reject, because if you send somebody, if you transfer a person and the person is not comfortable with that place, the only option the person has is to reject it. And then the management can make a determination as to whether that person should go to another place, or the person can be left hanging, or whatever the decision the management will decide. Moreover, the person will have the right to make a determination. That determination can be in two ways. I would say a situation that be in a corridor as ambassadorial envoy. You join the corridor hanging, or you resign. And I think Cecilia Clark opted for resigning. So she clarified what the media institutions ran with. And listen, please, let's say this. Our profession is about critical thinking. It's not about just being superficial. Because somebody is running with something, you won't be in that number. You have to think critically. You have to analyze. How can a person be removed from a position and then you use the word resign? No, she did not resign her position as LMP, even if she resigned. Even if she resigned her position, she rejected a position that was given to her by reassignment, and based on that, she tendered in her resignation. Have a listen to her.
I will read you my official resignation statement, which I will give to you. Yeah. But let me give you a brief background. On yesterday, the 17th of February 2026, some minutes past and 4, almost going to 5, I received a letter that was signed. It was not even given to me personally, it was not reserved for me. It was signed for by one of the staff in the office. However, I received it and I'm just going to read the letter. DCP Cecilia J. Clark, LMP 7058. That's my ID number. Head of Press and Public Division, Central Headquarters, Liberia National Police, Monrovia, Liberia. Monrovia, Liberia. I come here again, February 17, 2026. DCP Cecilia G. Clark, LMP 7058, Head of Press and Public Division. I'm reading verbatim. Central Headquarters, Liberia National Police, Monrovia, Liberia. Deputy Commissioner Clark, effective February 17, 2026, the administration of the Liberia National Police has resolved to have you relieved of your post as Head of Press and Public Division due to the end of your tour of duty. Subsequently, you are hereby reassigned at the Protocol Division as Head there at. And let me make it clear that the Protocol Division that this letter is reassigning it to is a division headed by Sam Collins. So according to the letter, subsequently you are hereby reassigned at Protocol Division as Head there at. How is that? The administration of the Liberia National Police hereby expresses its thanks and appreciation to you for the dedicated service rendered the police department during your tenure of services as Head of Press and Public Division Central Headquarters. I don't know whether we have tenure. This is a tenure position. But kindly accept our congratulations on your new appointment as we hereby challenge you to exert your utmost best to achieve the goal defined herein justification of the confidence reposed in you. In this light, you are hereby ordered. That's a key word. Order. In this light, you are hereby ordered to turn over all working materials in your possession associated with your functions, operation scene, car, air, police, radio, etc., to the offices of the Head of Human Resources Management Division, Unit 114 for onward transmission. In view of the above, you will report to the offices of your immediate supervisor, Unit 110, and he is a CSO for the IG, for briefing and resumption of future duty effective as of date mentioned above. How can that be? The letter was sent to me on February 17, and they said effective as of that date, and it was past 4 o'clock, almost 5 o'clock.
All right. So yeah, it's now you how I end with this thing, and you heard it. That simply they did not want her. It was, oh look, let's do something. Let her take the decision herself to leave the police. We don't need her. Indicate in the letter, turn over everything concerning LNP. And then she will report to this person. And then the strategy is you keep her hanging. That your reassignment is pending. You have to do this. Well, we're doing that. We're doing that. They did not want her. It was a simple way of saying, look, man, we can dismiss you. We can put into your character. We only do it in a way that you yourself will tender in your resignation. And that is exactly what happened. She tendered in her resignation to leave Liberia National Police, Unity Party government. That's it. Let's have this break. Then you have your say. This is Real Talk, Kings 88.5.
Two leaders walking different lives. One leads with love, the other spite. George and Joseph both can stand so clear. One brings hope, one brings fear. Joe's way he rules with gentle hands, lifts the weak and understands. Every soul gets equal chance. Compassion flows in his advance. When the people need him near, he steps down to dry their tears. Plays with kids and helps the old. His warm heart can't be sold. Oh, Joe's where leads with love so true. Every day his care shines through, while the other spreads the pain. Joseph Boker brings the storm and rain. Joseph Boker brings the storm and rain. Joseph Boker rules with hate and lies, laughs as hungry children cry, treats his people like they're dirt, leaves them bleeding, leaves them hurt. When the nation needs his aid, he just watches while it falls, mocks their pain with cruel delight, devil dressed in leader's might. Oh, Joe's where leads with love so true. Every day his care shines through, while the other spreads the pain. Joseph Boker brings the storm and rain. Whoa, da da da, whoa. Whoa, da da da, da da da. Whoa, da da da, whoa. Whoa, da da da,
Let's go now. Let's read some of the comments as quickly as we can. Then we can turn to the line. Paris Lobot said the UP's government officials are all alleged rapists, including their slave master. Rosumo, God Almighty will pay that evil man for his wickedness that he did to that little boy. No sin goes unpunished. Whatever you do, good or bad, God Almighty will pay. Okay. That's true, you're right. Matthew Choloplay, President Weah, please listen to this woman cry and help her son. I strongly believe you, President Weah. Emmanuel Bro, it's heartbreaking to hear the mother of the boy who was allegedly sodomized by NSA employee Peter Bono Jala taken in, or yes, talking or taking, which one you want to say, in such a sorrowful way. Philip Tokwa, racism is a big issue in European football. If it's still happening in the 21st century, imagine what we went through in the 90s. Yes, you're 100% right. They suffer it. Oh, former President Weah and others, the real suffered racial abuse during the playing time. Rita. I beg you, Abadia. Daborao. All right. Let's go. Let's go. I'll come back to read your comments as you send them. 0772 23 99 33 0886 30 44 97. The women's line 0777 9803 75. Go straight to the point. Cut your phone, your radio off before. Hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, this is Edmund Carr, and I'm the visually impaired pushing for the return of President Weah 2029. Let me say kudos to our president. We are for that Ramadan message to our Muslim brothers and sisters. And we say to them that we are adding our voice to that of our president. So wish you well. As you pray for your country and remember our party and its officials. You know, the justice ministers, it's what I know because of you guys and freedom and others that have fled the issue, push the justice ministry to come up with a so-called clarification of what they call it. But he needed to do more. Okay, the lady has spoke about several issues, very concerning Jimmy. But you only came out to address the aspect that has to do with ceremonial, they taking the guy out of jail and then sending it out of the country. What about the rest? She talked about neglect. That is very, very significant. And we are also saying that you have also neglected the case. The case, nothing is heard about the case. Setting up for Peter Bono Jala was seen around the court laughing, going into prison, whether he ever in prison. He had not been brought back to be investigated. So where are we with that also? So you need to come back to provide more clarity. If you think that there's a need, I generally go in there to see, let you set the stage, like you said, let you provide a means so that we can know, actually, because we are getting clear report that in the next, they can put the Duke outside, 2 army is assigned to him to go enjoy himself. The day before yesterday night, he was missed. He had to be rushed by his security to his vehicle and drove him away.
So
they are treating the oh yeah.
They can put a man outside to go enjoy himself.
Oh yeah, Peter Jala, they have 2 army assigned to him in the night. They put him out to go drink, to go enjoy himself. Okay? And let's just see, the day before yesterday, he was spotted by some guy, and they were going after him. They had to rush into his vehicle and drove him away. All right. They are treating like a real unity party man.
All right, Mr. Carr.
So, yes, so let them go beyond that and do more. No, sincere clear is clear. They never wanted all there. Nobody know what went wrong, but clearly, they wanted her out, and they forced her to take the decision she had to take. And we wish her well. This is what we have always said, that don't celebrate the unity party government. Then we come to see people that claim they are letting out. They say, each of them bring it down to disgrace you.
Yeah.
But this, we say as a lesson. We wish her well. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Carr, have a nice day. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is John Silver Jr. calling from Ghana Supermarket.
Yes, sir, you Flomo.
Calling for Ghana's Supermarket.
Yeah.
GM.
Yeah, I agree you.
Yeah, so straight to the point. This issue about LTM, I personally during the former our lawmakers responsible.
What happened with LTM?
I call you on the show, right?
But Jim, no, I did not talk about LTM. No, sorry, I didn't talk about LTM. No, please follow the trend of the discussion. Hello. Oh, I told you this thing. Cut the radio off when you are about to call.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Am I going to call from Tanshore West Point?
Yeah, let's hear you.
Sir, you know, all the things we're passing through now, we just praying to God, 2029, to come out, because all the people they see, all the things that they do.
But 2029, they're not praying to you.
And I say, more will come, more people will resign. You will say, man, don't say it. More people will resign. They will just playing out with it, 20 people to different place, and the people will not take it, they will resign. They will resign until they are saying, oh, what happened? All the people resign for in the government. They start people. They are standing back to resign. But God pray. We are praying there, and then we pray for our president, we pray for our country, we pray for our brother and sister, You are educating us. We pray for all of you. God will cure 2 to 30, 100 inshallah. Thank you, Papa.
All right, my baby. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Who even?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. I want to talk to myself, John Weir. You want to get good half of Liberia. That our son, he come for purple. That want to get program for you. Please, Papa, when you hearing me, Hannah's daughter for his son. Never will I tell you was working all the time that thing that while your feet we say that to school. But with the position our operating. But you must forget that and help that girl. Or have brothers. Please, Papa, when you help that girl, God will bless you more. And your blessing coming in from. They still waiting for you. Enough for nobody for you. They'll be waiting for you for that seat. Thank you.
So you're saying what you're saying that the former president we are or help the woman?
Yeah.
Yeah. But everybody can help the woman now. Everybody can put small thing together and get to the woman.
Yeah. I just said I want but the poor want to you say I don't want to put her there, I want to put her there. They put out so that I will do something for anybody who near apostle. They will do something with
All right, man, Bessie.
Yeah.
All right.
We know.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, the issue about the Madam business.
What is your name? What is your name?
This is Joseph. Are you calling for some market? The issue about the Madam business, we all regret that incident, but I want you personally to open a orange money announcer on the media and start for tomorrow or Monday if possible. That'll be a contribution effectively being made. So if you can take that initiative, we'll start sending a contribution. We don't have to wait for something bad to happen to our child before we say we want to act.
Right.
So yeah, I do appeal. You can announce a number if possible Monday and let there be a money transfer.
Yeah.
Maybe something like 30 minutes, 45 minutes or a program to run. Because I learned you say you won't say every week she paid 200 of JSK for medication.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so something can be done effectively before something like ugly thing happen that she would deeply regret. So I think at this kind of time she need everybody help. So anyone that is led to do so, they can move in that direction. So we'll keep listening to a number be announced to make a contribution. And for that man, just leave him, my brother. God has everything. The scripture says the cause of a thief is in the house. If everyone that put that is.
All right, Chief. Thank you. All right. So let me say, I didn't want to say it, but the brother is 100% right. I didn't want to say it because I tried yesterday, and I should say it this way. There are people who, or someone is going through terrible situation, but there are people or person around who can serve as blockade to that person. When I got with the show yesterday, here is it. My dear brother, listen, thank you for bringing that up. I had that in mind. I did something, but I said when I come on the show, I would not say it. We'll try again. But since he brought it or let me, we can do without the person's consent or the person being in the know. I thought that we could help institutionally. So when I got through with the show, I managed to get through. I asked for the lady number. It was difficult. Fortunately, Verity News sent me the number, and I got through. It was Lone Star. And then this fellow answered. And I introduced myself institutionally and told him exactly what we want to do. But the first thing, after the introduction, when I told him I need the woman number, the man said, my man, the woman number off. So I said, okay, I beg you, Chief. I know she's going through a lot more so the phone. But can you, since you know the woman, her number is off, can you send it to me? I'm waiting, please. The fellow said, okay. I call back after 1 hour and I still calling. The fellow can't send that number. So I just concluded that probably this man does not want. I've been thinking about it. That's why I said I'm not going to say anything. You brought it. Oh, that's the reason I'm saying. Had he, because that's what I wanted to do. We ain't get money sitting down in Kings FM. But at least some way, somebody will say, oh, yeah, I'll help with $10. I will help with $5. I'll help with 1,005 liberty. That human being are left and deaf business. So you wouldn't be excited to say, yes, oh, the people at Kings FM, they are so kind. At least they've reached out to help this person or this lady. Let me give the number at all costs. Till now, from yesterday, last night again at home, I tried, no way. So I said, oh, but then maybe the main one, nobody to reach out to the woman. What are you protecting? She's not a politician. She's not a star that you think people want to get to her to get something from her. She needs everybody right now. It's an emergency. So if you have the woman's number and you just need to be honest by saying this is the number. Nobody wants to harm her. Nobody wants to harm the son. We just thought that we, in our weakest way, we can help some kind of way. Simple. So my dear, that's it. That's it. Let's go. But we'll try again. Yeah? We'll try. Hello. Where you at? Change your location. Your line cracking. Just move from where you are. Move. You are in the noise. Your line is not too clear.
I'm trying. I'm not going. Hello?
Yeah, let's go.
Thank you very much for the program. Thank you. I just say, let us have a number that I'm calling from Red Line. Let us open and run. I will be able to help that woman. And the bill is the act. Let us start the audience and make sure that he is there for two. We are saying that the excellent also. Then I need we will open and run and find solution to the problem to help the woman. Thank you very much.
All right, Orlando. Thank you. Have a nice day. All kinds of things unfolding. UP. Yeah. small. Today is the 18th. Next week, February over. We in March. 2-3 months after we talk, we'll be talking 2027. 2027. You relax yourself. It's not far again, oh. No, it's not far. You don't think that 2029 is far. 2029, just around. It's not far. Hello? Hello?
Good evening.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you for the show. I'm Abraham K. Dupe. I call from Busher, Ireland. Reference the issue of the NSA personnel who allegedly sodomized a young boy. The police take a person to court on a charge, which is an information. This person is later brought back so that he's be agreeing to plead whether he's guilty or not. But since then, I don't know whether such has taken place. We wait to see whether this man can be brought back to the court so that he can plead whether he's guilty or not. But besides, there were two other alleged perpetrators of that crime. He was never alone. It's the NSA telling us, or the police telling us, and they are unable up to now to identify who these two individuals are. It's appalling. I also want to appreciate the fellow who is raising the concern that your institution, since you are very credible, the show is also credible, can put out a number. If you do listen to your explanation, but you still need to make some effort.
Yeah, we'll try again. After the show, I'll reach out again.
Yeah, you need to try. You are very credible. The system is credible. People all can contribute. But I will call on the court administrator. This case, usually the person needs to be brought so that this guy can plead guilty or not. You see? Thank you for the time.
All right, Chief. Thank you too for calling. Have a nice day. Yeah, we'll try. We'll keep on trying. The humor, but that boy is done. Yeah, he's done. Those guys, they killed that boy before his death. Those Unity Party people. Peter Bono Jala is a Unity Party person. No one can deny that he is a Unity Party person. Hello. Cut off the radio first.
Hello, Papa.
Yeah.
I say the person that are having our food. Maybe they talk that walking away our food. But the boy is looking for help. So while we somebody take off me, then they won't call up. So
no, he confirmed. He confirmed. He said the woman number off. Then I said, please give me the number. He said, yes, I will send it to you. That the number he's still sending. He did not say he know the woman or the wrong number. He said yes.
Okay, all right. That one son she suffered for 15 years. So yet that kind of get to the ball. They shot up for whole in a pass.
Because my water, you know the people that send me the number? The credible people that Verity News, they interview her. Yeah. So I asked, they send me the number. I send it then they say that Kings FM. So they send me the number. So then I wrong number they send. That the same number they used to get to her. Yeah.
You know I say for somebody to get look at the shadow that I want to have one point. That man never go with one set for you upon one chance. So he will go, I will take care of you.
You know it, man. Look at the people that my body, look at the people that they get charged with.
Hey, that cancel.
Oh, cancel. All right. Look at the people that they get charged with.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, man. I mean, that is it. You people then I can do that here. Yeah, the both brother then. Some of them they get a wife. They plenty in the style. They plenty. They have their wives. They have children, but they just used to. They just used to go into men. Hello.
Andrew, how you doing?
I'm good, though.
Thank God. This is J. Henry now. You know, I had a call, but I'm obliged to call today. I always listen to your show. This is my radio station. You see, when it comes to the woman issue, the little boy issue, we all have children. I overheard you saying that they gave you the number. So please.
No, he did not. He said he did not. I asked him. He said he was sending it.
I'm not talking about that individual. That individual, you are already very compromised. I don't want to know his name. I don't want to know him, whether the husband or whosoever. I don't want to know him. The only thing you do for us is, this is my very first time to do such a thing. Please just announce it tomorrow when you come back in your office that yes, this number has been confirmed, and make sure you talk with the woman herself. Because probably they could make mistake from the journalism side, they'll report us and things. Just to verify things.
All right.
If you come back tomorrow and confirm it, yes, some always will be brave. If I want that, I say $1, we'll send it on the mobile. I beg you, please.
Okay.
This is J. now. Thank you very much.
Okay, Henry. You're right. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, this is Wilson Sabato.
Let's hear you. Let's hear you, Wilson.
Andrew,
thank you so much for long and stop talking to you. But thank you so much for what I hear more crying and then today again she started crying. So they both do a correct that you know say the man EJ there for EP. So that kind of life will have been living this time. What are things they both doing for us for the 5 year experience? That they're treating all the guys low everything before you bring in the country here. So thank you so much. Your boy will not go easy. The people are listening to say you must do some decision for the ball. I don't go happy.
Okay, Sabato.
Yeah, yes. Let God do it for us.
All right.
To my daughter.
All right.
This is the next.
Hello. Hello.
Hey, Sam.
Yeah.
I'm doing better.
Yeah, G's partners.
Yeah.
Well,
No G's.
No G's today.
Yes, today.
That resting day.
That resting day. I go also laughing. Resting today. You go also laughing.
That don't you go also for all the G's, eh?
All the G's together. It's war far. No, thank you so much. People are saying it all, and let me say thanks to that one last key. That it's a video and took for number and send it to you. We pray to get that number of them. And we want to get that woman. I ask all media that supporting us, that there for Labrador, that there for Labrador, and there for Labrador, and there for us. Just please get her number and bring her on the show. Bring her on. If that even when I get it, we'll say our step on it. To say when I die, will rally. To send it up for top. Look like him more feeling. Enough for him to be, I will tell it free. But let's talk to a talk. That he won't be loud. Him won't be loud. 50 years old child tomorrow. I'm supposed to be picture tomorrow. That he wanted to damage so here is friend. And they are saying it up on the wrong. You see them on the wrong. They put in a bro yet. They don't go nowhere. They know them. And I born them all in the street walking your friends.
G's partner.
Yeah.
You know, people in our opposition people. Long time you hear the police director call press conference say they not catch them. Long time.
Over 100 times.
But because of United Party people, they argue that the people going in the next war.
Yeah. But I was telling you, I say with the opposition, mostly the CDC, it will be tough on them. They will not even let me touch the ground. They will hold them by the stairs and be stepping their toes to be walking. And be taking them from here and there. Every day will be on this book. All the men do this. This is the best. They do the motto there. That they are all. So they support it. Calling behind here, they say, oh, we'll just take you. I say, oh, this and that, the other, and we'll still get Jay. That man will Jay, you were laughing. That man in Jay said, they put their food in or let the woman say, and out. You know, in Jay, as I hear it, although I said I get you, but as I hear it, they said the man said he's sick. They go for treatment. We're walking behind the street with people, calling people. And they say the man is out. That the man want to go to the country. They want to take from here. Get out, man. Fall out, let you kill again. And let the country anytime. That's what the man will do. And the thing that they're ready to do, they want to do the same. They want to see that boy die. So they say, but what a man will do the case. But it left with them. But we're telling people let people are coming. The night the people are coming, the people are coming, they fight for they say wicked and the more people are dead. This is go for there, they say I want back. So we take him, brother, we have for one and to put it out there. And there's more money.
Yeah, I'll try to reach out to them today again.
Thank you, my brother, for having me on your show.
All right, my sissy. Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, I'm Joseph Ute. I'm calling from Japan Freeway Drive. Anyway, thank you for the platform this afternoon. Thank you for, flagging the issue. Sir, it is noted that even the party people are people who violate and destructive. We saw that they lie on Jefferson Kuchi here, on Reginald Taylor, that Jefferson Kuchi with the legs of some people, Vanny Taylor, they raped or Reginald Taylor, and then she was kept at Cali Hospital. They took her to Cali Hospital. These people were running around at Daros Dillon with the leg of Mo Aliu, and so they did that thing. It came to the other lady from Grove,
or Gloria Mususka. Gloria Mususka, Jerome Vodia were in America, flagging the issue and told the world and the Liberian people alike that they knew who did the act. And the act were committed by Jefferson Kochi with Vanny Teller. That thing went wild in Liberia and they were alive. And then we find it out. We went behind the scene. We went behind the investigation. At the end of the day, it was falling on the lap of Gloria Mususka. Investigation tore her down and she went to hospital and she went to prison. From there, when they came to power, they started going around to get her out. So these people are noted for this evil doing and this evil act. People will be on the escapable duty in and under this regime. Every time they commit crime, they will be on the escapable duty. And this is the duty that they are on. With the leg of this Peter Bono Jara, what he did to this child. And they are all on the escapable duty. They are all on the escapable duty. We pray and continue to ask God. This thing will not remain because God sees every cry and problem of men. So what they have done to this child, it will go for nothing. It may go from the presence of men, but it will not go from the presence of God. Jenkins Scott were here. They saw Jenkins Scott at the end of the day, Justice Minister. At the end of the day, Jenkins Scott was eating on the garbage. These people tomorrow, their children and their self, they will eat on the garbage permanently. Thank you for affording me the platform.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Andrew.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much for your talking point this afternoon. This is the Commonwealth Chairman and TOP Willie. I joined from Soviet Shufo. Mr. Andrew, this is very, very clear that these people want a child to die. The guy who is hiding that number, who is acting protector of that number,
No, he's not hiding. He's not hiding the number. You can say that.
That's just the reason, Mr. Andrew. But actually, listen to that lady testimony. She said the people were a lot of they all even think the child only want to call it to discharge the child. The house start saying black cake, I'm a call blood on your son. The house start crying and our police officer want to help her. So those people don't want that child to survive. Their child survivability is at risk. But this thing is clear. When Odiko deal with the devil and the devil don't give different things, the devil only give you demon. So these people are demon incarnate and the devil come not but what kill, steal and destroy. So they want to destroy that little child life. Anyone who can do anything who listen to us. If you get it, they won't no more. They later are they temple with at the point of death. It's for SOS call. You can reach out to anybody. What I say, Andrew, anybody that can bring your number to kids that will be able to give our little penny to help the child. Anyone hear my voice or hearing the voice of St. Andrew, you can help and bring it number, make the number available so that we can do our help. It's apolitical. It's not about somebody gaining glory or political relevance. It's just about saving our talent that is being destroyed by evil people. Sam, I want to say thank you. Thank you very much. That's my contribution.
All right. Thank you too.
Hello. Hello?
Yes.
Sir Andrew, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Oh, thank God. And you?
Good. I'm blessed by the grace of God. I'm moving. You see, what actually puzzles me is that I want to ask this question publicly, whether we have real Christian community in this country or that they're pastors who just from the descendant of son of Gomorrah who are in this country, they call themselves and working at CCC. I don't know they are how they call it. Whether we have Muslim community in this particular country that is against a particular act, what the guy has done to the kids. You know what I'm saying? Because up to now they are yet to actually speak on such a thing. Even the speech that the president, so-called president, gave during this particular January, nothing ever mentioned. You know what I'm saying? So I'm actually thinking whether, if I say, I'm not thinking about, these are the descendants of son of Gomorrah. Joseph Blackard is here. Up to now, the mother of this nation, she says she's the mother of the nation. She hasn't spoken. What is the problem? That is unfolding. That is why you see some pastors distant themselves from that particular group called annual council or churches. My pastor is not part of it. No sense. They used to, I went for setting a meeting somewhere 2-3 years ago. They were gossiping him. Why he couldn't be in a meeting? These are some of the things. Because they don't say the truth. Then you go now with people at the end of the day. You got children, you as a president of the nation, a mother of the nation. You can't speak. Up to now, the woman says she called the mother of the nation. Up to now, she haven't gone to even look for the woman. To say, oh, Mama, sorry, okay, let's take the job for all of this country. Then the men that do this particular act, they say the man say he say you want to carry a bro. Why the man go to JFK? And at JFK they carry kid. Why you cannot go there? Say Andrew.
Yes.
We just praying that I know what will actually deliver this country. And you see, nothing lasts forever. The only thing that lasts forever is the word of God. Says yes. We know that says yes is long, but it's not long. But by the grace of God, we are praying against the particular government that they will not do nothing that 2029. The citizens of this country, they got to know that the things that they pass through, they will make a robbery decision tomorrow. Thank you very much.
All right, my dear. Have a nice day. Representative Dixon Sibo of the Congress for Democratic Change, one of those who have stood with former President George Weah and still standing with him, and has no intention whatsoever of turning his back on former President George Weah, announced his intention that he will be contesting the representative seat 2029. Whoever comes in the district is the right. He has not the right to stop anybody, but he has announced and declared his intention that he will be contesting the elections 2029. Representative Dixon Sibo announcing this afternoon that he will contest the 2029 representative or legislative elections. Okay, thank you all for spicing up the show. I appreciate all of you. Yes, we will try to reach out again. Let's see, we'll try it today. It's about human being, that boy, yeah. Unity Party. Nobody can deny that Peter Bono-Jala is not a supporter of Unity Party. Everybody that works at the National Security Agency, they are supporters of Unity Party. And every other place in this country. We say that with every certainty because the president is bitterly against former President George Weah. When they came to power, they raided every person who was serving in the government. Hello? You went off. They raided every person from the government. Everybody who is working in this government is a supporter of Unity Party, excluding the legislature. Every person. So as far as we know, there is no sedition working in Joseph Yema Boaka government. Peter Bono-Jala, his three friends, and every other, they are supporters of Joseph Yema Boaka. No sedition working in this government. No sedition. You have to be a supporter of Joseph Yema Boaka to work in certain position or at certain ministry or agency and to have certain lucrative position. Peter Bono-Jala had a lucrative position at NSA. He was not supporting George Weah. He never supported Weah. He never supported the government of CDC. He had always been supporter of Unity Party. Whether you Unity Party people like it or not, but just accept the reality. Your man is alleged to have sodomized Your own police director, Gregory Coleman, made it clear that it was gang sodomy. The Justice Ministry released a statement that said that it is gang sodomy, non-billable. It amounts to rape. That your government, that your officials, they want you're finding a way to protect him. Listen, let me tell you something. Unity Party will be forced to allow justice to prevail in this country. They will not bend justice. Why Unity Party would not bend justice? They will be forced to exact justice in this country indiscriminately because they started to discriminate too early. So everybody knows now that it aids the conduct of Unity Party. Their own people are exposing. Their own people are exposing them. They try and they succeeded in protecting Unity Party, some Unity Party people before J. Brian McGill. They succeeded in protecting and covering and relieving J. Brian McGill of alleged rape. Peter Bone Jala, their own man, comes to the scene with such nasty act. Embarrassingly, they don't know how to protect this one. That's how God works. That's how God exposes people. When you think you are smart to protect the first, the second, the third, you will not have any idea to protect the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, and onward. That is the situation with Unity Party. And going forward, any one of their people get involved in anything, they will not hide it. They will be constrained. Moreover, every statement that will come from Unity Party President Joseph Yema Boakai will not be taken serious because he sits there as the president and allow the people to protect their own and go against with a predatory nature against the opposition. No CDC person in Unity Party government. Everything that is happening by Unity Party people. Peter Bone Jala, you can't tell me that he's not a Unity Party person. He may not be Unity Party person by document, but he supported Boakai. That's why they appointed him. Everybody who supports Boakai, Boakai appointed them. Everybody who came out of the opposition and caused the opposition, caused George Weah, say all manner of things against George Weah, President Boakai rewarded them. Those people who were with CDC, they said awful things against George Weah. Boakai rewarded them, meaning they declared their intention that they are no longer seditionists. They are now supporters of Unity Party. So we see them as UPAs. And they will remain UPAs. And their conduct will be judged on their party, or they will be judged on the basis of their party or their identity. They will not be judged on anything but two significant things: the content of their character and their association, their political affiliation. They're finding it hard to protect this one. They want choke them. They want it choke them. The board brothers in Unity Party, the gays and the lesbians will come outside small, that God can bring people outside. that God can move from beyond people, that God can expose people. Who ever thought that rescue, the clean rescue, the people who portray themselves as the holy of the holy, will go do both brother thing to small ball. Small ball, when all of them can burn that ball 5 times. So it was deliberate intent to murder. Murder by sodomizing. It was a deliberate intent to murder by sodomy. Today, they can find the TD people, the other TD guys. But I bet you, that I think if it were being seditions, if you will not have heard Gregory Coleman having news conference 5 times a day to announce, declaring persons of interest, all of those jargons. And you saw it when the Capitol buildings are in Ghana, every night they're person of interest, they will report. If they report, the police will go for them, all kind of things. They were saying, having press conference because they were opposition. Unity Party is energized to go against. Let me tell you, in life, when you develop grudge, you develop hate, malice against a person or people who have nothing against you, God will reduce you to nothingness. You get this grace that your own house will not want to hear your news. They will shut their ears. Be too shame. Just a matter of time. And God exposing your small. And God exposing your that God working so. What the representative Mariam Fofana, she said that God beating them so. That God beating Unity Party people so. And she's supporting Unity Party. But she made that statement in, I think, at Ellen's time. Yeah, that Ellen's time she made that statement. When, how they call the mayor, man? They call him Edward Ford. And the other people there to that place, they were dividing money. Yeah, you know the story behind that. She said I got beaten there, so when they start confessing, that's why they go. They get law because they're in the corridor dividing money. They say, what? Where do the journalist showing the microphone, the camera? They say that Susu, we dividing Susu, law because oh, Elita, all kind of things happen. This is like the boss said I got beaten there, so actually, what a representative did you call? No, that God beating Unity Party people, so meaning I God exposing them. That's what she meant when she said God beating them. I mean, they bringing them outside. She was right. So that God beating Unity Party people, so and your man Peter Bonjala, you know, see, yeah, other guys and they're on the run. You wait. You go ask Charles Taylor. The people were here doing the same thing. When God got ready to expose Charles Taylor and his people, I told you yesterday, you asked Kotu Brown. Charles Taylor did not call that prayer conference to SKD because he was so religious that he was more patriotic of a Christian. Charles Taylor was uncomfortable. Charles Taylor was afraid because of the things that were happening to his government and some of his government officials based on what they were doing, a reaction. He thought that it was about to hit him too. So he called that Library for Jesus prayer crusade. Then when he fell down, he said, God will heal the land. God will heal the land. He confessed. No, it was not solely because of the country in its entirety. He saw exactly the reaction from God. When his ministers and other people were doing all kinds of things, God decided to hit one by one. He got afraid. When God got ready for Nebuchadnezzar, God did not just hit Nebuchadnezzar. He started with his surrounding before. You don't see that story like that. I don't know how many years in between. He started hitting from around him when God gets ready He does not go to you directly. He does it, but he takes his time. He starts from your surrounding, to make you to know that something is about to happen to you. That's the sign. And you saw Nebuchadnezzar, who he called. He called Daniel. He said, the thing here, the thing that are sensing, the thing that are happening here, please come. Interpret. You continue. You say you rescue your king clean, but you're showing how dirty you are, nasty. Look at that kind of thing. Look at the condition you put that ball in. That little child finished. He finished. That God, only God now. How you feel? You United Party supporter, how you feeling now? Oh, they will get here, rescue. Your officials then running from one radio station to another. You ever heard them saying anything about that? To tell you how heartless, how dirty the people in heart. They run their officials in running on various radio stations. One will not say what happened. This is wrong. It should not happen in our society. It should not do this. It should not be that. They talking the political thing. The other men are coming by 2029. And the country, by the time we finish, you'll be doing it, and then you're sodomizing the boys. The day God gets ready, you will know that you're go ask Edward for when they were here. How they call the legislature are saying it because we were here, we saw it. So I'm second guessing, and not nothing to joke. It's just to tell you so that you'll be careful, you know how God can operate. They were here, Ebola. They were suffering the people. They felt that they had the power, so they were taking the money onto themselves. They were doing all kinds of things while people were dying. They had no time. When God got ready, you asked Edward for his daughter. God said it 1 year. That thing you're doing in our legislature, your thing are not looking at your feet. When other people were dying, they were there speaking BB political English to say the Liberian way. Oh, can't you get in the verb? All kinds of things. When God got ready, he cried. God said they won. Go ask Jesse Bell. The same thing I told Jesse Bell, that if she doesn't stop, the one that she loves best, that the one will take. That how that government looking. The thing I'm telling you, you're overlooking. The day God gets ready, some of you government ministers, you close your mouth because your thing when you're tall, or your thing is not necessary because now one of your. The day God gets ready, some of you ministers, the daughter that you love best, the son that you love best, that one God can go to. That's why he said, no sin goes unpunished. You can be an accomplice to sin. That means you see the thing that happening. Look at that woman, that human being like yourself. Look at that boy. You know what happened? That boy, whole future finish. 17 years old. Look at the years that the boy had ahead of him. He can't experience those years again. He don't. That boy will just be lying down until he dies. He can't sit down. He can't do nothing. They just certain time they turn him on the back for a few minutes. Then from there they turn him on the stomach. He can't sit down. He finish. And you think it doesn't make sense to you because that's not your child. It doesn't make sense to you because it's not any one of your relatives. So it does not matter. You don't got to say anything about it. Because when you talk, the people will say, oh, the other officials then will say, oh, they meant this. And they meant not true partisan. And they meant, when God gets ready, you'll go at Charles Taylor. Let him come from the prison, you'll raise that issue. He will tell you what Sam Andrew saying that true. When God got ready for this country and Charles Taylor officials, me, I'm not second guessing. I'm referencing people. I said Kotu Brown. And Kotu Brown stay here. The other men, Pleasant Harris, he died. I think there were plenty. Bishop George Harris. Bishop George Harris. I think he was part of that library for Jesus Crusade too. And other people, I can't get now all the names of those religious leaders. The one that can remember that the ones are calling Bishop Kotu Brown. He here. You go ask Bishop Kotu Brown. Something serious can lead people to go. Else in our society, all kind of things happen. People not get down when they're facing terrible condition. when they're facing terrible times, that's the time they can say, they can run. Oh, they be acting so sorrowful. Lord, you please, God, please save me from this. When you save me, I will really save you. God, you know my problem. I see you, man. I see you. But that's how it was. You be careful. You're saying that you need to bother people. You say, man, I talk. It's not important to you. You'll be talking your political thing. The time you will want people to talk, to sympathize with you, everybody will be rejoicing. That's why the man in Romans 12:15, he said, mourn with those who are mourning. Rejoice with those who are rejoicing. Then he stated the reason. He said, because it will happen to you too. Today, nobody get time except for few human or few voices concerning human beings. But on the political side, which they are human beings also, it does not make any sense to them. The day something hit them, and no one knows the future. No one knows. That's what God meant when he said, mourn with those who are mourning. Mourning is not only a reference for death. Mourning is also when you're grieving, when you hurt, when you are in trouble, when you are in difficult time, like what the woman is in. Sata is going through. Sata is mourning. She's grieving from within. The man said, mourn with Sata. You don't mock her, because it will happen to you too. Life, this life we're living, life, the people say life is a cycle. You know what that means? The event going around, they're going around that cycle. When it happens to your friend at this point, you will think that you are at the last end, so it will not reach you because of your distance. No, it's just a matter of time. And the only thing that can save you, meaning that you will get people sympathizing with you, when you can sympathize, when you can identify with them, when you can express your grief too, with sorrow, with Sata as she bears or goes through this thing with her son. Every dime that woman get, that honor boy, that 5-0, the one that sodomized, according to her, she has 4 children. 4. So let's assume we get the calculation wrong. 5, but at 4. Let's take it that way. 4 besides the victim. So imagine just taking care of one, even to take care of yourself. Taking care of yourself is not easy. That's not small thing. Then you have someone attached to you that you are responsible for in totality. Then you have another one, 2. Then you have another. You know what it means? Financially, she has 4. According to her, she has 4 children. So let's take it at 5. The victim, then the 4 smaller ones. Imagine those ones now. What the money coming from to take care of the other people, those other children? She's not concentrating on them because her entire mind, body, soul, spirit, that other one in a hospital. She hardly sleeps, worrying, trauma by itself. Then you have the 4 looking up to her for survival. Whether she's going through terrible time or not, as far as they're concerned, that the man, they call him mama, mama. They know the gravity of what she's going through. But as far as they're concerned, she has to provide. You see why United Party people put the woman in? I see her. I see her. There. So today is Wednesday. And the news is on at 6. Join us for that. King's Newsroom. And then at 6:50, Isiaka Sharif and Josephine Pello Johnson are in with CDC Hour. And then you already know, I need not introduce, but we have to do the presenters mention as required by broadcast law. 8 o'clock, the teacher of the land, the light of the nation, the evangelist Anthony Atlaw, A.B. William, is in with Face the Issues. That will be at 8 o'clock, which you know. Thank you ever so much. If God permits, we're back tomorrow. This is how we go home.
2 leaders walking different lights. One leads with love, the other spite. George and Joseph both got stand so clear. One brings hope, one brings fear. Joe's way he rules with gentle hands, lifts the weak and understands. Every soul gets equal chance. Compassion flows in his advance. When the people need him near, he steps down to dry their tears. Plays with kids and helps the old. His warm heart can't be sold. Oh, Joe's way leads with love so true. Every day his care shines through, while the other spreads the pain. Joseph Boker brings the storm and rain. Joseph Boker brings the storm and rain. Joseph Boker rules with hate and lies, laughs as hungry children cry, treats his people like they're dirt, leaves them bleeding, leaves them hurt. When the nation needs his aid, he just watches while it falls, mocks their pain with cruel delight.
From the latest news to your favorite tunes, we've got your back morning, night, and afternoon. Join our family, connect with your crew. Kings FM 88.5, just for you.